The peripheral nervous system. Peripheral nervous system connects body to central nervous system by impulses. Receptors detect internal and external stimuli. Two types, sensory, motor. Some are mixed. Sensory receptors, specialized nerve cells, internal, external stimuli, transform into nerve impulses. Sensory nerves transmit information from sensory receptors to central nervous system. Motor nerves transmit impulses from central nervous system to muscles, produce voluntary, involuntary movement. Describes the main job of the peripheral nervous system. Names the two types of jobs that the receptors perform. Names the two types of sensory and motor nerves. Describes the job of the sensory receptors in the body. Describe the job of the sensory nerves in the body and their role. Describes the function of the motor nerves in the peripheral nervous system.
The central nervous system coordinates activities made of brain and spinal cord. Brain, large massive nerve cells. Cerebrum, cerebellum, brainstem. Cranium, skull and meninges protect the brain. Communicates with entire organism. Cerebrum, command center, voluntary movement. Interpretation of senses, intelligence, emotions. Two hemispheres. Right hemisphere controls left side of body. Left hemisphere controls right side of body. Cerebrum, outer layer, gray matter, called cerebral cortex. Inner layer, white matter. Gray matter, higher brain functions, various brain functions, more intense level of activity, regions of cerebrum. Injury to regions of brain cause disturbance in functions with that region. Paralysis often caused by brain damage.
Coordinate activities, made up of brain and spinal cord. This is what the brain is made up of and what it does. Brain, large massive nerve cells. Cerebrum, cerebellum, brainstem. Cranium, skull, and meninges protect the brain. This is in detail of what the brain does and what protects it. Communicates with entire organism. This is where the brain sends the messages. Cerebrum, command center, voluntary movement, interpretation of senses, intelligence, emotions. This goes into detail of what the cerebrum does. Two hemispheres. Right hemisphere controls left side of body. Left hemisphere controls right side of body. This is how the brain works. Cerebrum, outer layer, gray matter, called cerebral cortex. Inner layer, white matter. Gray matter, higher brain functions. This is the layers and functions of the cerebrum. Injury to regions of brain can cause disturbance in functions with that region. Paralysis often caused by brain damage. We chose this because we think it is important to know the dangers that are posed against the brain.